Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we are going to be doing a little thing here to find out which one of the WRC games are better with a controller. And, you know, to be completely honest with you, they are all about the same if you use the correct steering method for using your controller. Now, as what we're using right here is the Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra. I also have a Nacon Revolution 5 Pro, which is the these are both Pro controllers. They're both $199. Yes, this video is just as much about them as it is about the sim racing and racing in general with a controller. Now, as you can see, I've got the Fanatec set up back there. I have a Camus set up as well. So being able to get on those and sim race whenever possible, I mean, that's obviously that is the preferred way to play a sim racing game. But there's a lot of you guys that still want to play with controllers, and that's fine. Like, let's figure out how to play this to make your experience even better. Now, you are going to have to learn this technique. So is what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and jump into quick play. We're going to go ahead and go to this is WRC generation, so we're going to go ahead and go with our good old New Zealand, and we're going to do a long one. We're going to talk about this the whole time we're on here. We'll go clear everything. And is what we're going to do with this one, my friends. I normally don't play in Chase Cam, but I'm going to play in Chase Cam for you guys today because I kind of feel like you guys like that sometimes, especially people that want to play with a controller. That's probably the preferred way to play. So let's go ahead and start this race.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so basically we're holding straight up on our on our joystick. Hold on, I got to turn this down because that there's going to get pretty loud. So we're going to hold straight up on our joystick, and we're just going to rotate the controller left and right. And you'll notice, like, when you do that, it also lets you come back and correct like your oversteer, your understeer. Gives you a little bit better overall steering, and it feels, man, this just feels so much more realistic, and it almost feels like you've got access to a, ooh boy, I'm not very good at, just forgive me, I'm not very good at this whole Chase Cam anymore. I used to like to race like this. This was like my preferred way to race, but now I'm like hood cam on rally games and cockpit cam on everything else pretty much at this point. So we'll go a little bit farther back cam because that there seems to be a little bit easier to get some of these turns. A lot of this is throttle control as well, but once you get used to this and once you learn this method of being able to steer, man, it just feels so much better. Because if you're flicking left or right, you get no correction whatsoever. You get no counter steer, nothing. That's pretty much gone. Like you let that completely fall by the wayside, and you're no longer able to have full control over your car when you're flicking. See, like right there, I can pull back and like right here, and now I'm bouncing left, turning my tires into the turn. Very, very cool. You've got a lot better reaction time. Sometimes you will get stuck in a turn though. I mean, you're gonna have to be a little bit more snappy with your thumb movements, but it's not bad at all. And see, I mean, it makes it feel more like it's gliding around these corners and stuff, to be completely honest with you. I've heard a lot of people say that this here has terrible controller experience, but yeah, look at this, man. We've got some dang good control. We can oversteer, we can counter steer while we're going around that corner and stuff. Get in there, kind of just let off your throttle and stuff. A little bit of throttle control kind of helps. That goes a long way in rally games, to be completely honest, especially if you're on gravel. You want to be into throttle control. Braking right here, give it a little bit of freaking turn, get your tires turning out a little bit. Very, very nice. Very fun to play these games on a controller, actually, when you know how to correctly use that. So one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is, because this here is this is a Pro controller, and it has, I mean, these are $200 controllers, and they both have Hall effect joysticks. Hall Effect joysticks are going to be way more precise than your potentiometer joysticks that you get on your like your Xbox and your PlayStation controllers. These are you know, stick drift free and all of that stuff because they're magnetic. They use magnetics to sense the position of where the controller or where the joystick is at any moment, and that gives you the absolute best precise movement that you can get. Now, the one thing that I love about the Turtle Beach is it has mechanical buttons for your A, B, for your face buttons, for your bumper buttons, for your back triggers and all of that stuff. All of those are mechanical. All of those are mechanical buttons, so you can click them for a lot longer. They last significantly longer. So overall, this controller here is pretty dang incredible. But now we're going to go ahead and pause this. We're going to take off that controller, and now we are going to jump back in with the Nacon, which also has Hall Effect joysticks as well as Hall Effect triggers, which gives you a lot better. The Hall Effect triggers really do give you more fine-tuned control over your throttle and your braking and stuff. Very, very cool. Both of these controllers are absolutely incredible. They are both $199, so either way, you're not going to go wrong with this. I'll tell you right now, I do like the rumble in the Nacon significantly better than the rumble that you get with the Turtle Beach. Turtle Beach is good, but you get much better rumble with the Nacon. It just feels a lot better in your hands, like when you're going around some of these turns and stuff, you can feel your car a little better. So I do like that. I like the heaviness of, I mean, actually both of those. The Turtle Beach is very light, whereas the Nacon is a lot more heavy controller, but you've got weights and stuff that you can put in there. There's also other things that you can put on your joysticks in the Nacon pack. It comes with like a little a really cool pack. It's got like different knobs. I mean, the Turtle Beach has different knobs too, but overall, I think that, in my opinion, for this game right here, I would probably go with the Revolution. The one I'm using now, the Revolution 5 Pro. Very, very freaking cool controller. Really love this. And plus, it'd be showing Nacon you really support these games and you support them as well. Dang, I crashed. Either way, though, you're probably fine. It just depends. Both of them have the joysticks in the same spot, so you're not missing out on anything there. But the lighter Xbox Turtle Beach controller is very nice in your hands. So either way you go with those, they're pretty nice. But yeah, so basically is what we're doing is we're just holding up on the joystick, and like I said, man, we're just rotating for each turn, you know. Not even that much. The thing with these rally cars is they don't even really have that big of a turn ratio on them anyways. Even on like your wheel setup, you're about 540 degrees. So being able to just turn this joystick just a little bit, it gives you a lot better fine turning, a lot more precision. To be, if we're being completely honest, you know, it is still playable on like your regular Xbox or PlayStation controller, but this is going to be a lot nicer, and you will be able to use this with every racing game that you buy. So $200 for that investment, not a bad deal, especially if this is like one of those things you play a lot of, and if you're playing a lot of other games that you're using your sticks a lot and stuff, like the fact that they don't wear out, like Hall Effect magnetic sensors will never wear out like your potentiometers will. Yeah, these are cool, and you can always recalibrate them whenever you need to. There's software for both of these controllers. Very, very cool. You can adjust your dead zones, all of that stuff. So yeah, that is pretty freaking sweet. You can get some really nice steering going on these things, man. Very, very, very clean. Nice little freaking throttle control through there and everything. Oh boy, it's coming in there a little bit hot, so get back on here.
Into right 5 and left 6, brake.
Got to kind of let off the throttle sometimes when you're going downhill. These little hills can be a little bit scary. You don't want to brake too much because then you just slide.
Into right 5.
Just kind of throttle yourself around there. Just slide into the freaking turns, man. I love this game so much.
Into left 5 short. Into right 4 brake. Into left 3 narrows. Into right 3 opens. 30.
But this right here should like really help you master these games, man. Like it's such an easier way to drive with these. And I love making content for these. I love making some sim racing content for you guys, especially if you want to use a controller. Like I don't want you guys to feel pressured into feeling like you got to go out and spend $1,500 on a sim racing setup just to enjoy these games. Like that's not something that I want you to have to feel like. I want to be able to teach you guys some really cool stuff, you know. I personally, when I first got these games right here, I was still using the flick method for driving, man. My good buddy Ace or Dr. Ace, man, I was starting to get into the bike sim racing games, and he kind of showed me this method, and like I've been playing racing games for a long time and never thought of it this way, because you know on PlayStation I'd always use the D-pad for like Gran Turismo and stuff because I didn't like where the joysticks were situated, so never had the opportunity to do it on PlayStation. And then when you get over to and then when I got over to Xbox, I never thought about it then too. So you know, watching a couple of his bike racing videos and then him go ahead and explaining that, that's pretty good. But I mean, if you're not into bike racing, you're not going to be watching him. So if you're into rally games and stuff, you're probably going to be watching me, so, or somebody else. So I mean, yeah, and I told him I'd always give him credit for that, you know, showing me that, because that's pretty cool, man. And it works just good, like really good on all these racing games. It makes you significantly more smooth in all your turning and everything, you know. But once I bought a sim racing setup, I just, you know, stopped really using a controller a lot. But the only thing that kept me using a controller was those bike racing games, because there's no way to go out of that. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I appreciate that, and it's good to have, you know, people on YouTube, you know, teaching people this, because there's a lot of games that a lot of people won't play just because they're a struggle bus. They're a struggle bus, especially on this game, trying to do like the tapping thing or whatever. So now we're gonna go back on over to the Turtle Beach. Just doing this to show you guys how quick and easy this is. Switching out from one controller to the other. I do like that Nacon one a lot because I like the way the rumble feels. This controller is so light that the rumble just kind of feels a little bit weird. Not super bad, but you can hear like the rumble in there, and it makes like a weird noise, like it's rattling the whole freaking controller just because it's so light. So I love that Nacon, but I also love this one here too, because it's like so light and it just feels so clean when you're using this one. They both feel pretty dang good. That one there feels more like it's a super high premium controller. This one here doesn't. The funny thing is this one doesn't feel super premium, but it is. Like, it is premium. Like, both of these dang controllers are very, very premium. Definitely better than the PlayStation and Xbox offering, that's for sure. I like this a lot more than I like my Elite Series 2. Definitely like them both a lot. I would say the Nacon Revolution 5 Pro is probably my favorite in terms of more features and stuff, but this Turtle Beach is no freaking slouch. This thing is an absolute beast too. But I need to pay more attention to my road and my driving and stuff.
Into right 1 tightens and hairpin left.
Get some of these things. I can't hear my co-driver, so I am kind of taking it a little bit easy on here.
Into right 1 tightens.
Being a little bit more safe than I need to be, probably. I actually kind of probably feel like I drive better with this controller than I do with my wheel setup sometimes. Kind of feel like I can make micro adjustments a lot easier on this. but I feel like I could feel everything on my wheel setup.
And left 5 short into right 5, tightens.
Especially when I'm on the Camus, dude. The Camus is an incredible freaking thing.
And
And that is only 250 bucks. So if you're buying $200 controller, man, maybe consider getting yourself a Camus C5 at least for a direct drive wheel. That thing is an absolute beast. Absolute beast for these rally sim racing games. They just got the new one coming out, the C12. Oh no! We're not saving that. There's no way. There's no way we're saving that. But they have the Camus C12 now too, 549 bucks for 12 newton meters of freaking awesomeness. That wheel setup is an absolute monster. And you can switch out your rims and everything on that one, so you can go with the bigger rim for rally, which is an awesome.
Right 3 long into left 2 short.
Awesome experience. But yeah, if you don't want to buy a wheel setup or you ain't got the room for it, I highly recommend that one of these Hall Effect joysticks. But if you don't have a problem having it plugged in, you can also get the GameSir G7 the G7 SE. That freaking controller, man, 50 bucks, dude. Holy gosh, 50 bucks for Hall Effect joysticks. And that experience feels closer to what this one here does, the Turtle Beach.
Into left 2, keep right through gate.
But I do like this Turtle Beach a lot. I don't know, man. These controllers are all three awesome. I totally forget about the GameSir though. That one there, both of these ones here, you can have the Turtle Beach and the Nacon Revolution 5. You can use both of these wirelessly, but the GameSir is going to be a hardwired controller. It does unplug. Like you can unplug it, but it's hardwired. So you can use it with PC and Xbox, which is pretty cool. I think you guys would love that. If you're just using it for something, you know, like a racing game, that has back buttons on it as well. So you can use those to... that GameSir is actually a good bang for your buck for 50 bucks, man. That thing is a good bang for your buck. I really like that controller.
Into left 3 narrows,
get around that corner.
And right 4. Into left 3 tightens and right 2. And left 5 tightens 3.
I mean, this just feels so smooth when you're playing like this.
And right 2 small cut. Into left 3 opens and left 3 short small cut. And right 2, keep into left 2, don't cut.
I feel like you got some good slide in through here. Get them freaking back tires rotating.
Left 3 and right 3.
I love this, just the way it feels. Like you could play Dirt Rally like this too, man. And Dirt Rally 2.0 feels very good on these controllers as well.
Left 4 short, brake into right 3.
I mean, I might make one with the new freaking EA Sports game, but I don't really care for that one too much. I want Kiloton to have the EA license pack. I love what these guys do. I love playing these games.
Narrows and finish.
Well, looks like we're coming up on our finishing line. Boom. So yeah, just holding up on your joystick, man, and being able to have, you know, a lot more fine control of your vehicles. This is incredible, man. Like this is the best that you can hope to get when it comes to a controller is Hall Effect joysticks, Hall Effect triggers. From the moment the first experience I had with that was with the GameSir G7 SE, and from the moment I jumped in there, I started off with Forza Motorsport, okay, and from the moment I jumped in there and I felt like the rotation of the Hall Effect, I was like, dude, this is clean. This is very clean. Like, it's not all jittery or anything like that. It just feels clean rotation. I was like, yes. This is incredible. This is a must-have for sim racers or for racing fans that just want to use a controller. You can use this method with Forza Horizon. You can use this method with Need for Speed. You can use this method with every single game that comes out. And when you get a racing game, you know, like Assetto Corsa Competizione, that you're like, man, I can't play this with a controller. Use this method. Push up on the thumbstick, rotate, and it works perfectly. You don't got to get in there and set anything up. And if you're trying to flick, man, you're just not going to be getting the overall best. You're not going to get the best control over your vehicle where you can with this. Now, I really love racing games, man, and I love finding this kind of stuff out and bringing it to you. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.